Greetings, friends, participants in this dear, beloved, polluted, and only spaceship. Wherever you may be on your set of screen, thank you for being with us tonight. Greeting to everybody in the Western Hemisphere and beyond. And if I'm not standing, it's because I have a very important guest, and this is the case. I want to introduce our guest today, Dr. Mostafa Alaei, extraordinary ambassador and from the Islamic Republic in Iran, in the Republic of Venezuela, born in Tehran in 1955, licensed with an undergraduate in politics and a master's in politics sciences in India. Doctor, PhD in international law, mentioned human rights, professor. His main line of research in international relations is human rights. And to continue continue doing justice to his CV, which is too long for the time that we've said. He has published amply on human rights and its concepts, philosophy, process, political processes, cultural diversity, and human rights and transnational corporations, the Universal Declaration of Rights, negative impacts and sanctions of human rights. Permanent human rights, ample experience in international relations and diplomacy in his country, in the United Nations in Geneva, Group 75 in China, legal issues and gender issues, human rights, peace, xenophobia, racism, Islamic cooperation, and other issues from 2007 to 2010 in a Republic of Tehran and in Republic of Iran, and those are very interesting years. And moving on, we will go directly to some questions that we have selected tonight, so we can make the best use of time tonight. I would ask, first of all, can you please make an analysis regarding the policies of Donald Trump in White House?
In
the name of God, who's filled with mercy, I want to thank. And I'm very happy to represent here, to be a representative here. I am your means of exchange for issues of political international situations in Iran, Venezuela, regional policies, and I'm very happy that I'm here to answer your questions. It's a very good question that you have made. Policies, international policies from the United States. So before we go directly into the international policies of the United States, it's important to mention a very important subject is that we want to the nature of the international policy, the United States international policy. It would be good to that we might talk about the world order of 1948 after we talk about after the Allies head down to discuss issues, so we can know what are the characteristics of that world order. If we dedicate ourselves to these issues, and if we see the United Nations letter or declaration after the war, which is the basis of international law, we can summarize that the basis of international world order after 1945 has several important characteristics, and one of those is to preserve order and to avoid any act that goes against world peace. This means that these allies, these countries that allied against the violations of other countries, and that second place, the second thing, that international cooperation in several dimensions would be carried out, especially in this cooperation, and this cooperation in several dimensions. The third characteristic, the non-interference found in Article Section 7, second article, that highlights non-interference in internal business of any countries, and also provision and violations, any violations of this right. These are the characteristics of the world order after 1945. This means that the countries that were creators of that order, of that order, have to be faithful to those to their principles set up by them. If we see if we set aside and we weigh that world order that took place after 1945, security, international security, international operations, the principle of non-interference, and the provision against violence. Those are the characteristics of that order. If now we compare these principles with international policies from the United States, we see always that international policies is based on the violation of those rights. They always interfere and they support the violations of those rights, which is the non-interference. In Latin America, in Europe, in Asia, we see this, and also to supporting those who violate these rights. And he has also violated these rights. He has been a unilateralist. For example, in 1953, they orchestrated a coup in Iran against the legitimate government, Dr. Mossadegh, the first prime minister at the time, a coup, and the UK against Iran's government, which was a very evident violence against Iran's people's rights, a violation to the Iranian territory. And they continued this violence during the following years. And after afterwards, we had the Islamic Republic of Iran, and after the revolution, the Islamic Revolution, to preserve the benefits and the interests of the United States, they began, they placed embargoes and sanctions against Iran and also on other countries. We are witness of these sanctions on other countries. If we want to analyze Trump's international policies, we see that it's a catastrophe. It's a disaster. It's worse than any other previous president in the United States in several other times. In any other time, to choose a unilateral policies in the international arena, to separate completely from the multilateralism, to back down from previous international treaties, even the treaties that they themselves signed previously, especially the nuclear agreement. The creation of a weapons race in the Middle East. Selling of weapons to some countries in the region, creation of tension and provoking war, promoting war and supporting violations of several rights in Yemen, supporting terrorism, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and others. You know that the United States has confessed that they have created ISIS. And it's documented that they have helped ISIS, created ISIS, creation of ISIS. So they support terrorism, and interference in a country is also part of international policies. Support for the occupation in Israel's occupation in Muslim territory, especially the last part, the last events that took place, which is the opening of the embassy in the movement of the embassy to Jerusalem, to violate completely and to avoid and to completely overlook Palestinian human rights. How we see these events, these conclusions that the United States international policy, it's a policy based on violations of rights, it's based on threats against peace and international security, and also a threat against international order. I will mention that point, which is very interesting, that the European governments also protested against these policies, these interfering policies. They highlighted that the United States has raised against the threats, the violations that the United States has against international rights, and these are the characteristics of the international policies. Now, it's very interesting that the Americans are acting against world peace and against world order. If we look at the map, we see that the United States, would you like to go to the map?
La posición de Estados Unidos,
the location of the United States has outreach out to Iran, and they want to interfere in this country here. But excuse me, but if you laser is not very clear, so we use the pointer, it'll be better in this light. As we can see the geographic location and Iran's location
Estados Unidos viene de aquí,
The
que es
United
un
States
continente distinto, viene
comes from another continent
a Medio Oriente, a Asia,
and comes to the Middle East, to
y
Asia,
ha instalado
and has set up
varias bases
several
militares aquí,
military bases here
alrededor de Irán.
surrounding Iran. It's an interfering policies from the United States. And Iran,
Irán que está defendiendo su
that is
existencia,
defending its
su
existence,
territorio,
its territory.
le tachan por
They call
porque socava
us because they call us to undermine world order. I want to go to the nuclear
Quería decir que la política
issue. I wanted to say that the United States international policy based on violations
y la política de Irán
and Iran's policies, self-defense, to defend our own rights. And afterwards, I will talk, or I will deepen the subject. So, how do you interpret this decision to leave the nuclear treaty or nuclear agreement previously signed? If we take into account, or we want to have a correct analysis, we have to see it in the framework, inside a framework, a broader framework, to have a better analysis. The United States leaving the treaty from the nuclear treaty is not an isolated event. It's we have also to see the United States backing down of several international treaties. For example, the agreement with Paris in the Paris Treaty, the Tokyo's environment pact, leaving the Human Rights Council, leaving UNESCO. If you take a look at these policies, you will see that this is a trend, because Trump does not believe completely in multilateralism. He believes exclusively in the power of the United States to preserve their benefits that they think they have. And he doesn't even believe in the interest in its own allies, because it was not a pact or an agreement between Iran and the United States. It was also the countries of other that signed this agreement. So what about the decisions that Europe made? Europe has to be very worried with this. Europe, China are very concerned. Russia is also very concerned. They protested severely against Trump's policies, and they believe that these policies go against the breaking of these policies go against international securities. It has to do with the United States international policies, and it was evident when the United States left the nuclear treaty that even the allies in Europe protested severely, and they're still making efforts so that it won't take place. It won't be carried out, that the United States won't be able to leave this treaty. So it's the first time that the Europeans do not agree with the United States policies, specifically in the nuclear treaty. I want to mention a subject
que la salida de Estados Unidos
that the United States backing down on the treaty goes against the resolution 2231, UN 2231 resolution with the Security Council, because of the resolution 2231 resolution for the Security Council. He has emphasized that they have to lift the sanctions. They have to take away the sanctions against Iran. But the United States, because they left the treaty, they renewed those sanctions against Iran. So they have gone against the Security Council. Likewise, in Article 41 in the UN's treaty, Article 41 and 42, for example, if a country violates the territory of another country, it has to be punished, but we do not see any military issues. This means that it goes against Article 41. Likewise, goes against Human Rights Council and international law to keep applying the extraterritorial sanctions. So this means that they have the embargoes against Iran. It's not only against Iran, but also to the countries that have supported. They're giving their support to Iran. This goes against international right. So the policy, after having left the nuclear pact, goes against the United Nations agreement and their benefits of their own allies. There's another issue that is important that you know, because at the same time that Iran is being sanctioned, you have an embargo on Turkey. And in these days, Turkey is facing United States sanctions. Turkey is an ally of the United States. It's a member of NATO. Turkey, it's a great basis for NATO. The Oriental is the eastern angle of NATO. But Trump doesn't even respect that principle, nor that country, nor its allies. He has sanctioned Russia against China also, and even the European countries against European companies. He sanctioned European companies for having trade with the United States. The United States has declared war against the world, not only specific countries, but also against everybody, against Venezuela, against Venezuela's economy, which is a very different subject that we have to go deep. In this panorama, in this scenario, after can we see that what happens with international scenario? Has it generated a chaos? Looking for what? To break all the commitments and treaties that they had. So this is to say, reminds me of the state is me, that time in France, the monarchic phase of France, which is it's political. He's rude in political international. He's not dumb. He's just rude. So what is he trying to do? Or does he want to come down as like the hard man of politics in the United States?
ایشون چطور میتونه سیاست چجوری میشه در حقیقت این سیاست شما تفسیر میکنه این نوع نگاه و این نوع برتری جویی؟
واقعا سیاست خارجی ترامپ یک سیاست خارجی یونیک هست در
La politica esterior de Trump,
Trump's international policy specifically, it's a very special policy. It's a very interesting policy. In the last 70 years before, has been based on
interference,
but international policies, Trump's international policy goes, within the same framework with interference framework, but it's a mix. You can say it's a mix between mercantilism and
imperialist
policies. This has been mixed with him both at the same time. This means that we want to preserve the benefits, the trade benefits, the commercial benefits for the country, for the United States.
In
its totality, and it wants to impose on other countries. And we have the advisor, the political security advisor, John Bolton, who wants to impose their policies on other countries, on the world. And it's a mix of mercantilism, Trump's mercantilism, imperialism. John Bolton's imperialism is what you've mentioned. This means to feel like a king with the world, king of the world, just as you were saying when you mentioned France. So I'm worried about Palestine and Syria, highly sensitive issues, but it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous situation. The roots of that crisis and that situation that we see in Syria, it goes back. It depends on the support of the United States and its occupation. It is one of the principles of international policies, the United States international policies in the Middle East. It's to support Israel's occupation.
Es apoyar el usurpar los territorios
the takeover of Palestinian territories on Israel's behalf. Syria is a country that during the last decades has formed a very strong front. It's a very important subject, which is the support to the policies based on occupation, on Israel's policies of occupation, which has forced the situation in Syria. Second point is that in Syria, that the policies based on the disintegration of the countries is taking place. It's happening in the region, and taking advantage of all opportunities to disintegrate the Arab countries and the countries that differ from Israel's policies. Especially in the last months, Israel, along with the United States, tried to disintegrate and divide Iraq. And unfortunately, they couldn't do it. They try to disintegrate one by one these progressive countries. And Gaddafi's Libya worked very well. Today, Libya is a country that has separated from its allies. There is alliance that has, and is now divided in two countries. We have two governments.
Entonces tenemos dos gobiernos
So
en un
we
país.
have two governments in one country.
Es el resultado de esa
And that is a result of that
desintegración.
the disintegration, the policy of disintegration.
Siria también tenemos el
Syria,
mismo
we see the same example.
buscar la
To
desintegración
look
de Siria.
to disintegrate Syria.
Entonces aprovecharon de la
And
oportunidad
then we have the opportunity
contra el gobierno de Bashar al-Assad.
against the government Bashar al-Assad in Syria. And they began a war
Ustedes fueron testigos.
that, and you've been witnessed.
También apoyaron
And they have also financed also.
Quiere decir, empezaron una
So they have,
una lucha armada.
this means there's an armed war against the Syria's government. Most important of all, they gave their support
Apoyaron a los grupos terroristas como
terrorist,
Al-Qaeda.
to terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
Y empezaron
And they began
empezaron a tomar 2/3 de Siria en una
to take over two-thirds in Syria. So we're talking about these terrorist groups. I think there's something's happening with these terrorist groups.
Sí, desde el momento que ellos
Yes, from the
los
moment that
americanos
that the Americans attacked Iraq, those are the remains of Al-Qaeda and the remains of those terrorists in Afghanistan. Al-Qaeda took over the remains of those terrorists in Afghanistan and Iraq
bajo nombres, digamos, que
under
conocemos hoy como
different
ISIS.
names, for example, ISIS.
Secretaria, ex secretaria
The State Secretary Hillary Clinton,
ella confiesa que
she confesses
Estados Unidos
that the United
financió esos
States
grupos.
funded those groups.
Señora Hillary Clinton,
Miss Hillary Clinton, she confessed that they financed
Estados
them
Unidos
from the United States.
estos grupos.
They financed these groups.
Entonces,
So,
los grupos que habían
the groups that
creado
were created in Iraq, they moved to Syria,
que al mismo tiempo
and
pueden
at the
amenazar
same
a Bashar
time,
al-Assad,
they threatened Bashar al-Assad, and they could take him down, trying to take him down, and afterwards go to Iraq, Iran,
y que tenían un plan
and they had a regional plan
para la región, ¿no? Pero
for
no
the
pudieron,
but they couldn't
lograron
apply it.
sus
They
objetivos.
they didn't achieve those objectives with Iran's active participation
bajo la convocación del gobierno de Bashar al-Assad.
under Bashar al-Assad's government in Syria, who asked Iran's military forces to join them. And Iran efficiently fought against the terrorist groups, but we still have that danger, that threat. But fortunately, Syria's government has had a lot of successes in the battlefield. So talking about the bilateral side, what is the cooperation between your country and Venezuela?
El primer punto más importante,
the most important point about the relations between Iran and Venezuela is that both countries
que respetan y
who
son fieles
respect
a
and
los
are
principios de la
faithful
Carta
to
de
the
Naciones
principles,
Unidas.
to the UN's
Contra
card
la
against
intervención
the intervention of international intervention.
Están en contra del imperio del extranjero.
that are against the empires, foreign
Está en
empires.
contra del
They're
dominio
against
de imperio.
esa política
domination of the empire.
No solamente es una política nacional, sino es una política
And
global.
this is a global policy. It's for everybody's benefit.
Quiere decir,
This means
no
that
solamente nosotros estamos en contra del
we're
imperio
not
de
only
americanos
against
contra Irán
the
y
U.S.
Venezuela,
empire, the North American empires, but also
queremos decir que
we want to say
Estados Unidos
that
no
the
tiene
United
por qué
States does
integrar,
not want to,
gobernar
does
en
not
otros países.
have any reason to interfere and impose
Quiere decir,
their policies
es una
on other
política
countries, which means
conjunta y
there's a joint
está acordada
policies
entre
agreed between both countries.
Y los americanos no aceptan
And
ese trato.
the Americans do not
esta
accept
forma de
this,
pensar.
this,
Entonces,
this way of thinking.
Pensamos
So
iguales,
we have similar
sobre esta política
thoughts. We
definida
thought about these policies,
y somos ambos
and
países
we
son
are
miembros
both
de las Naciones
members of the United Nations.
Unidas, y ambos países son
And both
miembros del
countries are
movimiento de
members
no
of
aliado,
of the
کشورهای جنوب هستیم
países somos
of
parte
the-
del,
we're
del
part
grupo
of the
de
group.
sur-sur.
و در چارچوب همکاری‌های جنوب ما
Sur-South
la cooperación
movement and the
sur-sur
and the
también
cooperations between
colaboramos
the Sur-Sur Corporation.
y,
We help each other.
y tratamos
And we
de
try to
complementarnos
complement
en
each
la
other
política y
in
la economía
policies and economy,
توسعه اقتصادی هر دو کمک بکنیم
para y que nos ayudemos
so
en
that
el
we can
desarrollo
help each other
برای همین هم هستش که در
económica
سال‌های
in
گذشته
economical
Por eso es que
economic
en los
development,
últimos
and that is
años
when
nosotros,
the past few
کشوری که
years,
در 40 سال گذشته در بسیاری از زمینه‌ها پیشرفت کردیم
y como un país que hemos tenido éxitos
as
y
a country, we've been
progresos
successful, and we have a lot of
campos.
progress in many fields.
por ejemplo,
For
diferentes
example,
campos de
in several
ciencia,
in fields of
industria,
science, industry,
agricultura,
agriculture,
la producción de alimentos,
در زمینه
production
خودرو
of food,
و در زمینه
la industria automotriz,
ادوات نظامی
car
también la
industry,
producción
and
de
also
militares,
military
armamentos,
production,
y
weapons,
تحریم امریکا
a pesar
production.
de
And
estar embargado por
even
Estados Unidos.
though we have sanctions
destacados
applied on us, we have
y tratar
developed
de transferir
ourselves in
esos
these areas, and we have
conocimientos y
tried to transfer
experiencias
this knowledge and
a
experience to
En el
Venezuela.
caso que
In the
que ayude al
case that
este país
they help,
y también
we
podamos,
can help with the
aprovechar
development, and we
de
can
las
also
capacidades y de
take advantage of
potencialidades que
the
tiene
potentialities and capacities that Venezuela
para
has
nuestro desarrollo.
for
Venezuela es un
our own
país
development.
grande y-
Venezuela is a big country, and is a big and powerful country, has many talents.
Nosotros en este
And
marco,
in this framework,
hemos firmado
we
muchos
have
acuerdos,
signed many agreements,
especialmente en temas
especially in cultural
con la economía,
subjects, in economy,
sobre los temas
on
de energía,
things that have to do with power, oil.
como es de su conocimiento. Nosotros
As you
hemos
know, we
instalado
have set
una
up
fábrica
an industry
carros y
a
automóviles.
manufacturer to make
Estamos
cars,
dispuestos a
and we are
ampliar
willing
ese
to
tipo de
broaden
relaciones con
that
Venezuela
cooperation with
para
Venezuela,
que sea beneficio mutuo
so that it's
los de
for
ambos
benefit
pueblos,
for the two
Irán y
countries, of the
Venezuela,
two people,
y hasta
Iran and Venezuela, the Iranian
para el
and
beneficio
Venezuelans.
del pueblo, de
The
los pueblos de
benefits
la
of
región.
both and the
La
benefits of
transferencia de
the countries
tecnología
of the
que se
region.
está
And
haciendo.
the transfers of technologies
En
that's
todo
also
este
taking
fenómeno
place.
duruşun.
حتما همینطوره یعنی
Así mismo será.
Likewise, yes, it will
O
also
sea,
take place.
Estamos
That
dispuestos a
we're
که
willing,
در توان داریم
hasta está nuestro alcance
if it's in our
hasta en la
reach,
para que ayudemos en la transferencia
so that we may
de
be able to
tecnología.
help
خصوص در زمینه
in technology
واکسن، در
exchange,
زمینه دارو
especialmente
especially
en los temas de
on
medicina,
subjects regarding
de
medicine,
vacunaciones también
و
vaccines,
موارد پزشکی
y los temas médicos.
and medical
همین دو هفته
issues.
پیش در ایران بودم در سمینار
Hace 2
سفرا.
años, hace
2
2
years
semanas,
ago or
perdón,
2 weeks
estuve en
ago,
Irán,
I was in Iran.
estuve en unos eventos
I was
los
I was
profesionales,
part of
por
some
ejemplo,
events, and
ciertos,
for example, some some companies, many companies active in petrochemical matters, pollution, medicine. They show their disposition to come here. Maybe they can have this technological transfer can take place, and we can say and also talk about medicines. In that technology, we're willing to transfer our knowledge. And Venezuela's development means a development for Iran. Iran's development means a development for Venezuela. So everybody benefits, all benefits of the region. Now, I'm gonna say something that's not very original, but I will say again that there's an evil plan to change the geopolitical board in the Middle East. Is it working with Iran? It's obviously not working, but what do you think about these policies? Yes, it is as you mentioned. And for the same reason, it's the main reason that the United States has a problem with Iran, because Iran faces that interfere in policy, those interfering policies. And they want to stop those occupation policies from Israel. So that's why the Americans take advantage of any policies, any means to fight or to fight against Iran, and they want to change the map in the Middle East in benefit of the occupation of Israel's empire. How do you see Israel's policy? If you can see Israel's policy, it's not only their borders; it goes beyond their borders. They want to expand. For example, Trump raised the exchange in world exchange for the century, the agreement of the century. It's Trump's plan for the Middle East regarding Palestine and Israel. According to that plan, according to those characteristics, are Israel expansions. So right now, Israel has a lot of support from Trump. That must have been a commitment. That's a pre-campaign commitment that Trump made. Of course, because Israel helped Trump to win. How is that? That's a subject that nobody wants to talk about because it's not politically correct. How do you see this?
موضوع که دقیقاً همین موضوع که داریم اشاره می‌کنیم قضیه انتخابات و انتخاب ترامپ.
As you know, the relations Obama with Netanyahu were not good. They were not productive, even though the United States has always been an ally, Israel's ally, but the relation
No tenían buenos contactos.
They did not have good contacts. There wasn't good contacts. So the party, the Democratic Party, and including Obama and Israel, and one of the reasons was that Obama had signed the nuclear agreement. So Israel looks for the opportunity
that affects the Democratic Party
and Obama's achievements.
Y otro tema es uno el agregado del señor Trump.
So Trump's advisor,
Señor Kushner es partidario del régimen sionista.
he favors interference.
Un gran número de los
A great number
partidarios
of supporters
las personas que están alrededor del señor
and the
Trump
people
son
that surround Trump are
como señor Rudy Giuliani.
for example, Giuliani, they support their Zionists.
Mencionaron
They
señor Rudy
Giuliani
Yasser Arafat
and Yasser Arafat, the Palestine leader. I was present there. I was in New York. I was in a room,
así que decían señor
and they were saying, so they called Giuliani, or they mentioned Giuliani, and said, he stood up and said, and you cannot sit here, you cannot be here. He said that. He's, if you have,
anti-palestino.
they have anti-Palestine feelings or leanings. So Trump and their anti-Palestinian friends, it's natural that they support Israel's expansion in the region and their influence. So it's a catastrophe. So they have created a catastrophe in the Middle East, and it's the result of the policies.
La matanza de los niños,
the massacre of those children, of the children,
de los longevos,
of the old people. For example, I don't know if you, I'm sure you heard the last news regarding the massacre, the children's massacre, by the Arab coalitions instigated by Saudi Arabia, which is the result of the alliance between Israel, the United States, which unfortunately some Arab countries, that they want to undermine the benefits of the people in the region. So we hope that the people in the region can fight against these interfering policies. I will make a very naive question. After many years of covering the UN, is the UN role, does it work, does it do something?
برنامه سازمان ملل در خاورمیانه در واقع به طور عملیاتی هیچ.
The United Nations don't have any plans for the Middle East. This means that the UN, what they've done regarding discrepancies between differences between Palestine and Israel, the aids they have done to Palestine, but really there is no specific plan for the Middle East. And also due to the United States international policies of intervention and interference, which has become evident in the Security Council. We can see the votes from last year, the Security Council. Any resolution made against Israel policies, the United States has vetoed. Ms. Haley, who represents the United States in the UN, the United Nations, has ratified that any country that wants to undermine the benefits from Israel does not have a place in the United Nations. And it was the main reason that the United States left the Human Rights Council, saying that why
de Derechos Humanos
the Human Rights Council, they made resolutions. So for the reason they have left it,
de la Comisión.
left that commission, Human Rights Commission.
También
Also,
en la ONU y también
in
en
the
la Asamblea
UN
General,
and the General
también
Assembly
en el Consejo de Seguridad,
and the Security Council, yes, Security
paralizar
Council is to paralyze in a way to stop all actions against Israel.
señora Haley,
Haley,
cuando salió el informe
when the report came out,
de un reportero, digamos, sobre Israel,
a journalist report on Israel,
ella protestó, dijo,
she
no, yo voy a
protested. She
denunciar
said,
contra
no,
esta
we'll
persona,
denounce
contra este reportero.
this.
No puede ser participar en la
They cannot
ONU.
participate in this.
Usted, como sabe, es un
As you know,
que tiene que informar,
they have
es
to
el personal que tiene que
inform, they
informar
have to
sobre los
report those
de la
subjects
ONU,
covered from the UN
internacionales.
regarding international subjects.
Presionó tanto
They
que
pressured
lo
so much
obligó a renunciar.
that they forced them to resign.
Y después ya aplaudieron
And afterwards,
esa
they
renuncia
applauded this
en
resignation
un grupo de amigos.
within in a group of friends, in a meeting of
Entonces,
friends.
la ONU no,
So the
no logró
United
hacer nada.
Nations couldn't do
Está neutralizada.
anything.
En el
It's
ámbito
neutralized.
latinoamericano,
The
¿cómo
Latin
ve la
American
situación de
scenario, how do you see
Venezuela y sus
Venezuela's
vecinos?
situation
در
and their neighbors?
منطقه آمریکای لاتین شما روابط ونزوئلا و کشورهای همسایه را چطور می‌بینید؟
کشورهای در واقع اگر منظور شما روابط ونزوئلا با کشورهای منطقه هست
Si usted se refiere a
If
las,
you're talking about
relaciones
the
de
relations
Venezuela con los países
between
de la región,
between Venezuela and the countries in the region, it's evident that
que la política del comandante Chávez
Chávez policy
ha sido una política basada
was a policy based on
en la formación en convergencia, digamos,
in
en
a
la
convergence.
la integración regional
It's
y que buscaba la paz en la región.
then looking for peace in the region,
El apoyo a los países
support to
para
the
fortalecer,
countries to
sus
strengthen
economías,
their economies
para el desarrollo de sus países.
for their development.
فرمانده چاوش خیلی
El
زحمت
comandante
کشید
Chávez se hizo muchos
Commander
esfuerzos
Chavez made many
برای اینکه
efforts
کشورهای
para que los
منطقه
países de la región
so that the countries in the
مستقل
region
باشن
sean independientes,
become
و
independent,
سرنوشت خودشون
que
تعیین
puedan
کنن.
determinar su,
that they may
su
determine
destino.
their own destiny,
و هم در توسعه اقتصادی کمک بکنن.
que tengan autodeterminación,
that they have a
que puedan
self-determination,
participar en el
that they participate
desarrollo económico,
in economical
که
development,
متاسفانه
que desafortunadamente
that
موانع
unfortunately
زیادی رو امریکایی‌ها ایجاد کردن علیه این سیاست ونزوئلا در
pusieron
منطقه.
muchos obstáculos americanos para
they placed a lot of
la
obstacles
ejecución de esas políticas.
and they placed a lot of obstacles for to implement those policies.
La política de
The
Venezuela
policy,
se basa en la
Venezuela's
paz,
policy is based on peace
y el desarrollo
and development
en el marco de las políticas
within the
de
framework
los
of
países no alineados,
the countries non-aligned to
en el marco del apoyo a
non-aligned
los
countries,
países
in the
vía
framework of
desarrollo.
supporting giving support to countries in
Esperamos que Venezuela
developing
logre,
countries, and we hope that Venezuela
que
achieves
logre seguir sus políticas
their own
que se
policies
basan en paz.
based on
Este
peace.
programa se ve
This program is
en todo
is
el
seen
continente y
in the entire
más
continent
allá,
and beyond,
donde no llegan los
because
satélites
where
y
the
llega
satellites.
Internet.
So because even if you don't have satellites, you have the outreach of the internet.
Tenemos reacciones
So we
muy
have
interesantes.
very interesting actions.
¿Cómo ve usted
How do you
la
see
situación tan
the
fluida
situation, this very fluid,
geopolítica
geopolitical fluid situation
Geopolitique
en el ámbito latinoamericano?
in the Latin American scenario,
در منطقه آمریکای لاتین
Al Caribe y la
in the
posición de
Caribbean
Venezuela y sus vecinos con
and
tanta base
Venezuela and
militar.
its
Usted está rodeado de
its-
bases militares también.
and Venezuela's neighbors, you in its military bases, and you're surrounded by military bases.
بله ببینید این نکته
Sí.
رو باید توجه کرد.
Yes.
Hay que mencionar
We must mention
امریکا کاملا
ese tema que Estados Unidos
this subject, this issue that the United States is totally
de
against
la corriente
the,
natural de
the
la historia.
natural current of
کاملا مخالف
history,
جریان تاریخ.
Totalmente
natural flow
contra
of history,
esa
totally
corriente natural de
opposing
la
this,
historia.
this
جریان
flow.
تاریخی که داره اتفاق میفته جهانی شدنه.
Todo ese proceso histórico
All
que es,
this
el mundo se está
historic
globalizando.
process where the world became globalized, geopolitics situation in all the world, in the regions, we can see we're going down this path. 50 years ago, nobody knew about BRICS.
Nadie sabía de los
خبری
ASEAN,
از شانگهای نبود.
We
nadie de la organización de Shanghai.
خبری از
we
چین
didn't know about the
Nadie
Shanghai
sabía
Organization.
de China, que
We,
es un-
nobody knew
una
about
potencia
China, which
económica.
is
خبری از
an economic
برزیل صنعتی
potency.
نبود.
Nadie sabía de Brasil.
Nobody knew
industrial,
about the industrial side of
ni
Brazil
Sudáfrica,
or South Africa
que
که
actuaba
حاکم داشته باشه.
that acted,
contra apartheid.
that was fighting against apartheid.
Es un proceso histórico
So it's a
que se ha
historical
formado
process that has taken place
dentro del proceso de
within the
globalización.
globalization
En
process.
ese mismo marco,
In the same framework,
solamente la política
only
جانبگرایی
unilateralista o
unilateral
unilateralismo
policies,
puede funcionar.
multilateral policies can work. It's the only one that can work. Any policy that goes against this,
Esa determinación
this determination,
histórica
this historical
y
determination,
está condenado a
is
fracaso.
condemned to fail.
یکی از در واقع ابعاد سیاست امریکا
Una de las dimensiones de
One
la
of
política
the
de Estados Unidos
The dimensions of the United States
es
policy
amenazar,
is to
digamos,
threaten
amenazas que son
to,
esas bases
to
militares
threat
en nuestra
those
región
military
y
bases that we have in the
también en América
regions
Latina.
and also in Latin
Caribe.
America, in the
Seguramente
Caribbean.
no va a funcionar esa
I'm sure that policy won't work.
No, tampoco nos van a perdonar haber
They are
creado
not
la OPEP,
going to.
¿no?
They
Cambió.
they will also not forgive us for creating OPEC.
بله در اوپک شما همین
En la OPEP sí.
OPEC,
Como vimos hace poco,
as we saw
el señor
recently,
Trump
that
exhortó
Trump
a la OPEP,
asked OPEC,
عربستان سعودی
a Arabia Saudí especialmente,
especially to Saudi Arabia,
در واقع تولید رو افزایش بدن.
que suba la producción de la OPEP
that to raise production in OPEC so that
para que puedan recompensar
so they can
digamos, el embargo del petróleo iraní.
so they can compensate for the
Señor
Iran's
Trump, se
blockade.
considera
Trump
a sí mismo
considers
como el
himself
rey de
as
la
the
OPEP.
king of OPEC.
Por eso es que exhorta.
So that's
hermano.
why he pressures
En la
for this.
geopolítica del
Geopolitically,
mundo, eso no tiene
in the
cabida.
world, there's no place for that. It doesn't work.
Bueno, querido doctor,
Dear
señor
doctor, dear ambassador,
he disfrutado.
I have enjoyed a lot this interview. It has been a pleasure for me to talk about the subjects that you so fluently talk, and I believe that the audience has also shared this.
Estamos como miembros de la OPEP.
We are, as members of OPEC, we're in a vital commitment, and I hope that it serves to increase the understanding and solidarity that even though we have so different in a country that's so far away, and this country who is always
Nos queda un minuto y
there's only one more minute, and I thank you very much.
خیلی ممنون. من
Muchas gracias a usted.
Thank you very much to you,
A usted
and thank you for your colleagues
por la entrevista
for
que
this interview.
tuvimos.
That we have enjoyed this immensely, to be in front of Venezuelan people, so that we may exchange
De ideas con usted.
امیدوارم که
ideas with you.
Espero que la
I
situación
hope
del
that the
mundo
situation of the
پیش
world
بره که
se avance de tal forma
advances in such a way
کشورها تضمین بشه
que se garantice el
that we
desarrollo de
can
los países,
guarantee the countries, all the countries' development,
países,
their development
de Medio Oriente y América Latina,
in the Middle East and Latin
el
America,
desarrollo de Venezuela.
Venezuela development.
مردم ونزوئلا
Y también deseo
And
salud
also,
para todo
I
el pueblo
wish
venezolano
health to all the people,
برای
y la
مردم
prosperidad
Venezuela, and
para el pueblo
prosperity
venezolano
for the Venezuelan people
y para el pueblo de la región.
and for the peoples in the region.
میکنم
Y
برای
asimismo
And
تمام
likewise,
نیروهایی که در
el
منطقه
éxito
success
todas las fuerzas que
for
buscan
all
la
the
paz
for
en la
all
región.
the for all the for all the areas that look
Especialmente
for peace,
El
especially
gobierno venezolano.
the Venezuelan
Así sea.
government.
Muchísimas gracias por
So
haber
with that,
participado en
thank you
esto
for your
y donde quiera que se
participation, and
encuentre
wherever
de
you
ese
may
lado
be
del
on
receptor. Muchas gracias por habernos permitido
your side of your
estar
screen.
con
Thank you for
ustedes.
being with
Esperamos
us
que esta
tonight.
entrevista
We hope that
haya
this
servido
interview
para aclarar
has
algunos conceptos,
has
confirmar
served
otros,
to clarify
y
some
probablemente
concepts,
se han
and
dicho verdades de esas
we
que
have
no todo el mundo
spoken
le gustan,
truths
pero son
that
las
not many
verdades.
people are very happy to
Les
hear, but
habló
those are
Walter
truths.
Martínez, productor
This
y
is
conductor de
this is
Dossier.
I
Disponga usted de las
say good
cámaras,
night. So
señor director.
good night to you.